Senator Dahle.
Yeah, I would like to weigh in as somebody who has now been in the Senate on this committee, stood on the steps with Senator McGuire, who was on this committee with me, talking about, firefighters with PTSD, suicide, long hours, not only long hours, but 70, 80 days on without time off. Now, I know that we have not seen a significant fire in California. I mean, a major Dixie fire in a couple of years, but they will come back. And I want to just, when you can't really compare California to Oregon or Nevada. We have 40 million people, and we have the Sierras, and we have a lot of SRA, which they're mandated to defend, on top of a significant amount of Bureau of Land Management and Forest Service grounds that they work together with. So it's really not apples to apples when you look at California and you want to compare it to another state. So I think that needs to be thought about in this process. And also, I know this is going to cost some money. There's no doubt about it. This is a price tag that is. But what did we ask them to do? We asked them 4 or 5 years ago to go back and do an MOU. The legislature asked for this process, quite frankly, because we were grappling with how are we going to really do this in a way. And they, to their credit, came back not at a 56-hour work week, which is what most of our locals do. They came back with 10 hours more than that, a 66-hour work week. So they really reduced 5 hours. Now, are there some staffing things? And then we've discussed those things too, about safety and how you run your engines. And I just want to say this for the record, and I don't care who's listening at the Forest Service. They don't put fires out; they manage them. These guys go put fires out, and I've had the battles with every single fire in my district where we've had multi-agency fires where the Forest Service, they burnt down the town of Greenville. I'll just tell you that right now. And if our guys were there, we would have put it out. And so you can't compare what CAL FIRE guys do to the Federal Forest Service. And they have a whole different model. They're on 2 weeks. They bring in a whole different crew that could be from some other state that doesn't even know what the Sierras look like. They're fighting in the Poconos where the mountains are 1,100 feet high. And this is the Sierras. It's a different world. So I'm for this. I think we've asked them to do it. I think we've put them in a position where, unfortunately, we have a budget deficit. But we should have did this 5 years ago. We wouldn't be here right now. We were grappling with it 5 or 6 years ago, and we kept kicking the can down the road, and here we are. Now, I agree with the LAO that, yeah, there were some unknowns out there, but we know one thing. California will burn again. And we are going to put these guys in a position of catastrophic events where the fires aren't the same as they were even 20 years ago. We are seeing fires that move fast, and we have to have the right staffing, and we have to have people that are able to be alert and be able to do their jobs in a way that is safe. So for me, I think that, yeah, it's going to cost some significant, and hopefully we'll see some more of our LIDAR, radar stuff that you're doing, and technology, quite frankly, help us to, we don't have to have as many people, because we know in any business, whether it's this government or a private business, people are the biggest cost. The infrastructure itself is not that big of a cost, but it's the people. But hopefully we'll see the technology come around where we don't have to have as many people to do the kind of work in the future that we need to do to get it. And on top of that, hopefully we'll do some really good fuel reduction projects out there so the fires aren't intense as they are, because we've had 100 years of fire suppression, which wasn't good for the Sierras, and we need to actually do some of that. And we saw that. I mean, both the, well, I don't know about Senator Blakesford, but the other two members on this committee sit on those committees with me where we talk about those other issues about doing fire management. So for me, I just want the record to go, I'm all in. I think we should do this. I think, yeah, there's a cost, but we need to bear that cost and do what's right.